Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do the last issue of the Justice Society America, JSA 87, final fight by DC Comics, cover art by George Pérez. We see all this great, Justice Society of America, the original ones, and here also, that also were part of these groups. This group, pretty cool. So, we continue with the gentleman ghost who was fighting the Justice Society of America, and basically he wants them real dead. So Jakeem wants to use the Thunderbolt, but she says, Power Girl says, no, let me get him, Jakeem. Use the Thunderbolt and the gentleman's ghost. He's the only power we have that affects the ghost. So he's going to save, Green Lantern. She's going to save Green Lantern and why am I forgetting? Cat. Oh my God. What's happening? Why am I forgetting? Wildcat. Jesus. And then Jakeem does this, and it looks really cool. Oh, by the way, I forget. It's been drawn by Luke Ross and Jerry Ordway, and written by Paul Levitz. Pretty cool. I forgot to mention that. So I believe this is then Luke Ross's art, and Jakeem can now punch the ghost because, magic and stuff. But the ghost fights back, and he says, "Not here, not in my own land, and in the other tower full of the dead. I will be back for ye, but me older debts gets paid first." So Power Girl says, "Wake up, Lantern, we need you. Heads up, PG. There ye are." So he's running over Power Girl. Well, Wildcat leaps out of the way, and then he grabs a spear, and he attacks him, and he actually hits him, which is unusual because he's a ghost, of course. And he says, "Whoa, huh? I really hurt him. Damn your eyes, Wildcat. You'll not die an easy death for this. And soon." So he disappears. And then he is, I believe this is a flashback when he went to the grave of his mother. And he talks, in the earlier issues, he always asked for Wonder Woman. And I thought to myself, why is that? So it seems that Wonder Woman was the one who hurt him real bad. He says, "Of all that had crossed me path since me death, only one had hurt me, the cursed Wonder Woman with her doubly accursed lasso. The damn links burned the ass though where," Jesus Christ, this particular part of English, "me as though there was still flesh to put to the fire and refuge hard to find." I love this how they wrote this, but it's sometimes really hard to pronounce it, all that stuff. And but then it seems that there is another one that can destroy him. And I thought, who is that person, right? Because there's a lot of people here that can punch him and some cannot. So it seems in this GSC headquarters that, doesn't really look like a headquarter, more like, I don't know, a hotel or something. So it seems that Mr. Fairplay guy here, Michael, I call him Mr. Fairplay, but that's not it. It's Jesus Christ. Why am I always forget this guy's name? It's, he took over the mantle of this one. I'm sure I'm coming back to his real superhero name. Anyway, so he says, "Of every member of the GSA, who would have thought that Wildcat has English noble blood? The crazy old coot's blood shows that he's a collateral descendant of a 17th century duke who turned colonial. That explains how he heard the gentleman's ghost, and why Batman's spirit said one of us had noble blood and could stop Craddock." But then this wall is crumbling because the ghosts are now in. And it seems that Craddock sent an army to dispose of the rest of the heroes, but they can do much damage, as you can see here. And Also, Courtney is here protecting my uncle and Mr. Terrific. Jesus Christ. So Mr. Terrific says, there's thousands of ghosts out here. We can handle them all. And I can get the message out. Some Mr. Terrific you are. Sorry, Ma. We'll get through this. Not without help. Stargirl, stop with the shield and use the cosmic rod to get the Green Lantern. We need him. But Ma, Greta can touch you. His host can hurt you. Go, child. Go. And that's exactly what she's doing. And it's real. I mean, the ghost cannot hurt her. So Michael here says, I don't understand. How can she do that? Why is she immune? What's so different about her? You got 1,000 talents and no common sense, Michael. Don't you know our girl, our sweet, strong little Courtney? She's a virgin, you overeducated moron. I didn't know that, but she's still insulting him. I like that. So Craddock is waiting here at his mother's grave, and I don't know, she wants to help him. She's actually at his side. She wants to talk to other people, and she says, one day we have an army to fight at your side. And on that day, I live again. So he feels very triumphant. Pretty cool. Meanwhile, in England, Green Lantern wants to do damage control. And so Jakeem comes here and says, we got him on the run. So cool. Take us to the Gentleman Ghost, as you will. So they are being, I don't know, teleported away. The effects look pretty cool, man. And then we see here Gentleman Ghost on this tower. I bid you welcome to Windsor. My weakness for the pretties took us to the tower, for I forgot the crown's not lived here since afore my time. But the royal banner shows there's a monarch here this day, and that makes it a perfect day for ye to die. So yeah, this is the final confrontation, I guess. All these ghosts attacking the Justice Society. And but it seems that, so Power Girl throws Wildcat in here, and he's, kicking ass, but there's way too many. She says, nasty bunch. Hey, just because you're dead doesn't mean I want to be. And so at some point they are throwing him off the tower, and Green Lantern saves him, but these ghosts are still attacking him. And then Stargirl comes and he says, hey, Mr. Terrific needs you at the headquarters now. All right. And only I could get through, but Wildcat, you're the one who can stop him. But then probably the strain is too much for her, and she is, falling unconscious. So GL says, you have to fight the ghost without me. Okay, for some cookamammy reasons, it's up to me. And something's telling me this is where I want my last stand. I mean, this looks really cool. I mean, all these ghosts are attacking all these members of the Justice Society of America. It looks great. So he is in here in this, I don't know, church or holy place. And he says, this joint looks straight out of the round table. Not so old, Wildcat, yet old enough. You will not be the first to die in these halls. And, like I said, this stuff happens again. Looks spectacular. And make no mistake, to die, ye all die. But then, this is happening. More ghosts appearing. And he says, not this day, villain. Not in this chapel sacred to England and her greatest knights. So it is, so the knights of England are battling these, dead hoodlums. And Power Girl says, now I have absolutely seen everything. I mean, look at this, how many things are on screen, man. It's just, I don't know, it's just, Jerry Ordway's art's so cool. And so Wildcat is now fighting the Gentleman Ghosts. And so he says, I still have your head and me life back. I'm fond of my Craddock. So he fights back with another sword and does this. So he decapitates the Gentleman's Ghost, and he says, no. And he also, let's see if you can lose yours. And so he's disappearing, and all the other ghosts as well. I guess this wasn't his day after all. Too bad this fight is a little bit too short, but hey, it is what it is. It's still, cool. And now basically, I think the Gentleman's Ghost is dead. Well, not really, because he's coming back in other issues as well. But I wonder how he will come back. So there's also some epilogue, and Power Girl has a, you know, some nice girl moment with Stargirl, and also we have a second epilogue where I believe this Justice League Society headquarters is now, you know, being destroyed. So Flash says, this building saw some great times. I wonder if it's a sign that we weren't meant back together again between this, the war. But then I believe Joan, his wife, says, Jason Peter Garrick. I didn't know he had a second name. That's interesting. Stop talking nonsense. And she smacks him. And she says, the world needs you, all of you, young and old. The Justice Society is an institution, a legend, not a building. You proved that last year. And so my uncle gets her broom and says, anybody got to help? And that's the end of the comic. This is a nice ending. Like I said, a little bit too quick with the Gentleman Ghost, but overall, I have learned a lot about the Gentleman Ghost, and that makes me happy because, again, Gentleman's Ghost is mostly a side character, but they made him a main villain, and really powerful one as well. So yeah, overall great series. The art is great, covers are great. There's a whole Justice Society is just great in my opinion. I'm a sucker for these old school superhero teams from DC. So yeah, this brings us to the end of the comic, guys. Let me know what you think about it. Do you know this series? Do you like it or not? Leave a comment below, like my video, and all the jazz. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. See you next time. Bye-bye.